Good morning. You are listening to Caregiver Crossing. We are a podcast brought to you by Joy's House, presented in partnership with Cardon and Associates. And we're just really happy that you're here. Whether it's your first time listening to us at Caregiver Crossing or you've been with us for years, we are a podcast created just for you, the caregiver. I'm Tina McIntosh.
I'm Terry Stacy.
Well, Terry, I know you're so well versed in this topic. Elderly guardianship. You know all of the things. It's also known as elderly conservatorship. You guys say that word for me?
Conservatorship?
Yeah, super easy.
That's the one.
It's a legal relationship created when a court appoints an individual to care for an elderly person who's no longer able to care for him or herself. And the appointed guardian has certain duties, they have responsibilities for the elderly person. Unfortunately, an elderly person may become unable to care for him or herself in general. And this could include the inability to remember to take necessary medications, maintain regular hygiene, properly manage finances. I think we all know somebody who falls into one of those categories. And in those times, it may be in that person's best interest for a court to appoint an official guardian. In the case that a family member can't do that guardianship, alternative guardianship options may be needed. Options like the Guardianship Program that's offered through Shepherd Center, Hamilton County. Terry, can you tell us a little bit more before we invite our guests?
Through the Hamilton County VASIA. Is that am I saying it correctly?
That's open for debate. Some people say VASIA, some people say VASIA. So potato, you know.
Okay. Well, it's spelled VASIA. Maybe that will help you a bit. But through that guardianship program, Shepherd Center will serve as the court-appointed legal guardian of incapacitated adults in Hamilton County and provides assistance to those adults through trained volunteer associates. The guardianship program promotes the dignity of a person who no longer has the capacity to make major life decisions by helping them find the least restrictive assistance that also prioritizes their best interests, safety, and self-determination. It also provides training and support to volunteer advocates. Okay, so Lisa Albano is here, and we are going to talk about guardianship. And so, Lisa, we've spent a lot of time explaining everything the best that we could, but basically, when should people consider guardianship?
So a guardianship is considered when, it doesn't necessarily need to be a senior, but most of our clients are seniors. When a person is unable to have the capacity to make safe decisions for their own care. So for example, we can be talking about someone who has some sort of dementia diagnosis and, they're self-neglecting, or someone else is taking advantage of them or something along those lines. And they're just not able to, due to their diagnosis, they're just not able to make those decisions for their care any longer.
Well, and who, Lisa, who petitions for that guardianship? Like, how does that come about? I'm just thinking that maybe I have an aunt that I'm close with, and I notice some things are slipping. Like, I can't talk to her about it. So how do I go about that?
So our referral process, really, referrals can come from anybody. We've had them come from other people in the community, from family members, from hospitals, from other doctors, from other nonprofit organizations, social workers, all of the above. Really, what we need is a referral form, but the biggest piece is that there needs to be a diagnosis, and a physician needs to fill out a form stating that they believe that this person does not have the capacity. And so when a referral comes into us, we have to have this referral form that asks several questions about the person and their care and what's going on in their lives, as well as this physician form. And from there, we kind of do a little bit of investigation and kind of, determine if this does sound like someone that does not have capacity. From there, we would turn to our legal team, who petitions the court. And it's a court decision that determines incapacity. So it's not a decision that Shepherd Center makes. We are not out there trying to go after people to get guardianship. It's absolutely a legal decision that a judge hands down, and there's a hearing then. If the judge feels that there's enough cause for a hearing, then there would be a hearing that all interested parties would be at. If the person's doctor feels that they're able to attend that hearing, then they're able to be there as well. And so it would all kind of be laid out before the court, and the judge would make the final decision on whether the person had capacity and needed a guardian, and whether that would be us. A family member could also be a guardian as well.
I'm jumping in here. I just started thinking, and I don't want to take us too far down a rabbit hole, although Terry can tell you, I probably could. First of all, you are hearing the voice of Lisa Albano, and she's the program director at Shepherd Center, Hamilton County. And we're so happy that she's here because this can be a complicated thing. And I just was thinking, as you were talking about it all being laid out before the court, how interesting it is that this is a court decision, right? And I understand that they consult with anybody who might know the person in question or the medical team.
Right.
But I just think like, wow, 100 years ago, how did this kind of stuff go down? We didn't have such formal processes.
Right.
So
it's,
now,
it's a very severe legal intervention because essentially we're taking away a person's legal right to make their own decisions. So as Terry mentioned, we do try all the least restrictive alternatives that we can beforehand. So try to see, we have to prove that all of the other things have been tried before, we bring it to the judge, and that's not enough. Because it is, it's a really serious thing that we're talking about here, and we don't take that lightly. So.
And it's a very serious thing also for that guardian, whoever becomes that guardian. And so those responsibilities, those duties, explain what that role becomes for that person.
So, we have to take care of we have both guardianship of estate and the person. And so we have to take care of all of their finances as well as their living situation and all of their medical decisions, none of which we do in a silo. We have a fantastic legal team that works with us. We have an advisory board that advises us. And then we always go back to the court to ask, for guidance on any decisions that we feel we don't have the information or we aren't able to make in regards for the person. We try as much as we can to keep their family involved as well, even if they're not able to become their guardian. We have to do regular reporting to the court. We have to have proof of all financial information coming and going out of their account. And we just have regular contact with the court and reports that we have to do on a regular basis. For our program, for the VASIA program, we also need to visit, every once a month in person, call them weekly over the phone. For our program, Shepherd Center, we like to make sure that we have quarterly care plan meetings with their care team at their facility, all of which just tries to make sure that they're receiving the best possible care that they can and that we're really advocating for their needs to be met.
I think about if someone were to come to me and say, hey, we think that you qualify, that you need a guardianship, how much that hurts in that moment, maybe some relief, right? Maybe some gratitude, but there's also that hurt of what do you mean that I can't take care of myself? But if somebody really listened to your words here and listened to all of the checks and balances that you put into place and all of the people who are working for the well-being and the health and the care of one person, it's pretty incredible. I mean, the work you do is incredible.
Well, thank you. I hope so. I mean, it is a hard thing for some of our clients to hear, particularly at the beginning. And it takes a little bit of time for them to get used to it. Eventually, I will say for the most part, our clients really kind of come around, if you will, and see the benefit to having a guardian for them so that they are safer. They are, their needs are being met. They're in a safe environment. They're being fed, they're eating, all of those types of things. So it does help. And we have amazing volunteer advocates that work with our program that we try to pair one-on-one with clients, and they really kind of become their person and really the expert, if you will, on that particular person, and ensuring that their needs are met and being that neutral party to advocate for them.
That volunteer advocate you're talking about, that role in itself, and who can be a volunteer advocate?
Anyone can be a volunteer advocate. Our volunteer advocates are not the legal guardian. Shepherd Center is legal guardian. So there's no legal, they're not on the hook legally for anything, but anyone can be a volunteer advocate. All of the volunteer advocates that we do have a very diverse background. We do have some that have a medical background, but we have a ton that are just really kind, caring people that really want to give back in a profound way. And as far as our volunteer opportunities go here at Shepherd Center, because we do have a variety of volunteer opportunities, it's a really gratifying way to give back to the community, to be a volunteer advocate. Anyone can be one, and we have an extensive training. We actually have an in-person training coming up the end of this month, if anyone's interested. And then we do meet with them monthly to give them the support and ongoing training that they do need as well.
Is there a form online, a process they go through? Do they call? How do they get in touch with you if someone's interested in becoming a volunteer advocate?
Yeah, so we do have a guardianship program tab on our website, shepherdcenterofhamiltoncounty.org. And all of the basic information about our guardianship program and what it means to be a volunteer advocate is on there, but they're welcome to pick up the phone and give myself a call too. I'm happy to answer questions at any time. Like I said, we are doing an in-person training over 2 days, September 27th and 29th, where we'll be in our office and as well as in the court too, so that they can really see the legal proceedings behind what guardianship entails. And then we record those trainings so that our future advocates can watch those online, so that they don't always have to come to the in-person one.
And before we close, just asking, how many hours would somebody expect to spend being a volunteer advocate?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a great question. It depends on the client, but I would say typically it's about 4 to 6 hours a month.
Oh, much less than I thought. Much less than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, thank you so much. You are awesome. Lisa Albano, thank you very much. We appreciate you here with us today, and please come back and see us. You're awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. It was nice to meet you.
You too.
All right.
Tina, as we close the show, we just would like to remind our listeners that they can certainly contact you, Tina McIntosh, for more information and resources to help you through the journey of caregiving. Do that by sending Tina a note, tina@joycehouse.org. And please, if you would, we have a lot of people to thank.
I just like that you said do that. Like, just do that, people. Just email me, tell me what you want from us. We will deliver.
Yes, ma'am.
We do want to say thank you to our Caregiver Crossing sponsors. We are supported by Cardon and Associates, with 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest, and more than 40 years of senior living experience. Cardon and Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized care. We are grateful, and we're grateful to you for listening. We'll be here next time on Caregiver Crossing, and we'll see you in a week. Until then, take good care of each other.